Hello there, welcome to 40 Days to PMP and CPM Exam Success. We are almost at the end of this course, folks. Today we're talking about two processes that are rather important from monitoring and controlling. The first is control quality and the second is control communications. Now we're rolling these together because we have already talked about control risks. Remember, we did that on day 6. So let's talk about control quality. By now, you should be aware of what quality is all about. Finding out those quality standards, quality requirements, and adhering to them throughout the project. We talked about performing quality assurance, giving our stakeholders confidence that quality standards are being met. And now we are on to the final process, which is called control quality. So control quality is all about checking that final deliverable to make sure that it is good to go, to make sure that it is in the right shape to go to the customer for their inspection. As a result, you will have deliverables as an input to this process. So deliverables is an input, and then you carry out an inspection on the deliverable, and you come out on the other side of this process with something called a verified deliverable. A verified deliverable is a deliverable that has been verified as being good to go to the customer. You've checked off all the boxes, you've found that it is conforming to the requirements, quality requirements, physical requirements. Everything is as good as you believe that the customer wants it. So after this process, you would send that verified deliverable to the validate scope process for the customer to sign off on. So that is really what this process is all about: control quality. Deliverables in, inspection carried out, and a verified deliverable on the other end. Now, that would be the simplest way of looking at control quality, but another way to look at it could be, let's say you've had change requests and previous iterations of a deliverable. If you are now in, let's say, the 3rd iteration of this deliverable, you may have even had change requests that have been sent to the change control board for them to approve changes to a deliverable to get it right. As a result of that, you would have approved change requests that need to be reviewed in this process to make sure that on the 3rd try, on the 3rd round, or whatever the round, you actually did get it right. So we have approved change requests going into this process, and we have an approved change request review. An approved change request review is a review of approved change requests. And if that goes well, then on the other end, you would have validated changes as an output of this process. So that's how most of it ties together. Of course, you've got the 7 basic quality tools. You also have statistical sampling as a tool and technique. And also in the usual format, we have work performance data going into this process, work performance information coming out. We also have quality metrics. We talked about this on the first day of quality, where you have these variables or attributes that need to be measured, and as a result of the metrics going in, tells us we're going to be measuring something. So we have quality control measurements as an output of control quality. As I said earlier, we also have WPI, work performance information, as an output, and all of those other suspects. Now, I talked about this in a previous video. You're going to have change requests, project management plan updates, project documents updates from most of these monitoring and controlling processes. Okay. If you haven't taken a look at all of these quality management and control tools, you know, the 7 basic quality tools and the additional quality planning tools, I would highly advise you to do that. Okay. So that's it for control quality. The next process we're going to be talking about is control communications. Control communications involves the project manager and the team making sure that communications are going according to plan, ensuring that indeed stakeholders are pleased at how the communications is going, ensuring that the plan is being followed. And if the plan that you had put into effect is not working, then in this process, the project manager and the team should seek to change or modify the plan so that it works. So, we talked about the plan, do, check, act cycle. Well, this process is all about the checking and acting of the plan. Check the plan and act to modify or put in change requests to modify part of the plan to make sure that the customer is truly happy, or that stakeholders are truly happy with ongoing communications. So as a result, you get change requests from this process. Also observe that you have the issue log. We want to know if there are communication issues, and we seek to solve these issues by modifying the plan as needed. So we've got issue log going in, we've got project management plan going in, we've got work performance data going in, and on the other end we have a change request, and we have project documents updates, of course, and we have project management plan updates, and we also have work performance information. Also remember that we have project communications that have been generated from the previous process in communications, manage communications. That gives you project communications, and that becomes an input to this process control communications. So the key things, your issue log going in, and also the regular WPD going in and WPI coming out. And that's pretty much control communications. You see, the tricky thing on the questions of communication are, do you know that this process is all about checking how communications are proceeding and changing the plan if the communications are not proceeding in a favorable fashion, if they are not effective, or the customer or stakeholders are not happy at the flow of communications. That's pretty much what this is all about. All right, so thank you for your audience today. I wish you all the best in your studying, and I look forward to talking to you again tomorrow.